Hi, it's Filo. Welcome back to my channel. A month ago I started this journal in a traveler notebook size, but with the Amazon cheaper version. And I started with some reflections and prompts. And my idea was to decorate it with stickers, washi tapes and such, but I didn't think I would doodle in it. But I found myself doodling in it from the very first page, so there's that. Though they are not full illustrations and more quick doodles about every day. And I do enjoy creating full illustrations in my bullet journal and quick little doodles in my journal. So after the more reflective entries the first few days, this month of April was packed with events, and I really wanted to journal about them and keep those memories on paper while they were fresh. The first page is still about everyday little things, like our garden being full of fruits and flowers, and me enjoying my classes with some new clients. And then on the 5th, we went for a 4 days vacation with the whole family to a little town near Segovia in Spain. We went with my mother-in-law, my husband and his sisters and brother-in-law, and 9 nephews and nieces. So it's not even the whole family, it's just part of it, but it feels like many people. And it's so much fun. And it's just the best way to share memories and really get to know each other, because otherwise I see them for dinners or lunches or some family events, but getting to spend 4 days together in the same house is really different. For example, I learned that one of my nieces loves to draw, and she brought her sketchbook and she made me this temporary tattoo of a mouse on a book. We also went on a bunch of walks in the countryside all together, and it was very enjoyable. It was not too cold, not too warm yet, and it doesn't last long here in this region. Some of our nephews are already 20, and they're activity leaders in holiday camps in the summer. So they do know a lot of games, and we had so much fun. It was our 5 years anniversary, and we totally forgot to celebrate. We planned on going to a restaurant, but we were playing with everybody and we just forgot. So the day after, we remembered and planned again on going to a restaurant, and we forgot again because we were playing. Anyway, we also visited a cave. I'm trying to doodle here, and I'm even taking notes about everything I learned there because the guide was really good. And then I kept the ticket on top of it. On the last day, my husband and I hid a bunch of chocolate eggs in the garden of the cottage for our nephews and nieces to find. It's more of a French tradition, not so much in Spain, but they loved it. We had to hide them well enough for them to have a hard time finding them, but they also had to have fun. And I'm happy to say that it was a success. Well, one chocolate egg is lost forever because it was so well hidden we couldn't find it anymore. Then one more walk to have a picnic in the middle of nature with a wonderful view and, of course, a bunch of games. We had the best time. On our way back the next day, we unfortunately had some bad news. The last of our mice had passed away in her sleep. She was 2 years and a half, so she had a nice and long life. Her name was Moustache, and she was a lot of fun. Probably the craziest of them four, but not as big as her sister Curry. She was our crazy little pirate because she had to endure an intervention to extract her eye that was infected last year. And she was just a warrior. So we buried her and cleaned everything and organized everything, and now the living room and the whole house feels quite empty, I have to say. But unfortunately, that was not all, because my father called me to tell me that my grandmother had passed away. So yeah, it was a pretty harsh day. I feel like this video is kind of the perfect illustration of the highs and lows in life. So yeah, it has about everything. Anyway, back to the doodles. I had left my car to my sister-in-law for her to bring my niece back to the train, and the car locked with the luggage inside. My car is like 20-something years old, so yeah, it was to be expected, but it's never expected, right? So then, of course, only a pizza could help fix my mood somehow, and I have to say it was delicious. Then on the 13th, my sister came with her husband and her 2 daughters. Last time they came was 5 years ago for our wedding, so we wanted to show her our house, our town, and everything we could in the few days we had. They live in France, so of course every time they come we have to stuff them with a lot of Spanish food, and they don't complain. So the plan was basically to show them around, meet some friends, eat some good food, and have some nice long walks in nature, because my sister is the adventurous one and she can stay still. Food included chocolate con churros, of course, but also cocido madrileño and empanadas. Showing them around included all the activities we have for children in the town and nearby. By the way, this is a stork nest on top of the church. Most of the churches here around have a big, heavy stork nest, and it's really beautiful to see. Then we went on a walk outside the town near the river and launched some water rockets. Everybody had a lot of fun, the children as well as the adults. And my sister collected beautiful feathers. Me and my sister love playing board games, and my nieces too. So we showed them how to play Cluedo and Virus, and they didn't love Cluedo, but God, did they love Virus. I think we played like 100 times in 2 days, and you'll soon see why. As they were here a few days before my birthday, they brought me birthday presents. A beautiful necklace, my doodle doesn't do it justice at all, and French food, of course. Everything was very sweet and yummy and lasted maybe 2 days. And the next day they went to Madrid, which is nearby. They wanted to see everything in the city again, now that the girls are old enough to remember. And I wasn't feeling my best, so I stayed home. And the next day we went to another nearby town which has fortification, and it's really beautiful because you get to see the whole town from the high wall, and you also get to see the river. The day after, my sister and my brother-in-law went back home, and we hid chocolate eggs in the garden for the girls to find. And guess what? Yes, we forgot one. Then I took my nieces to see their grandparents in the north of Spain by train, and I was explaining them that the train in Spain is never late. You can say that about trains in France, you know, so I was pretty proud about that. But then the train stopped and we arrived 2 hours and a half late. So yeah, we were very lucky, because I swear this never happens. The good thing is they were really prepared, because they gave us free food and water, and of course they gave us a full refund plus 30%, so now I can go visit my parents twice. At first it was a 4-hour-long trip, and in the end, of course, it became a 6-hour-and-a-half-long trip. And can you guess what we did during most of the time? Yes, we played Virus. Anyway, we got there, we saw my parents, we went to see the sea. It was very cold. And as you may know, that's when I saw beautiful shop windows decorated with nautical theme. So I took pictures as references for my May bullet journal theme. I will link the plan with me video for you to watch if you haven't already. Unfortunately, one of my nieces got a bit sick, so I took her to the doctor right before jumping in the train back home. And guess what? My train arrived 5 minutes early. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed sharing those few days with me. I sure did enjoy sharing those memories with you. And I'll see you soon with another video. Until then, enjoy journaling.